Oh, excellent. Okay, so that works. I found this thing sitting down in my workshop. So now I can radio controllerize this guy. This guy. Now I need to come up with a switch. A couple switches actually. 3 two-way switches. I might have to make some. Unless... oh, I have some bags of parts over here. Haha! Oh. What's the numbers on there? It'll handle up to 4 amps. Oh, that should do it. I checked earlier. This guy uses only about 1 amp. So this should be totally fine. Now I need to make this switch work with the servos. Okay, if I take my servo like this, and I attach my switch to it like this, then I put a wire from there that goes through a hole in the switch thing that I'll have to drill. I'll have to drill a little hole in there. And then this will push the switch both directions. Okay, that's pretty simple. The tricky part is I want to attach this here, but I don't want to super glue it on. I think I'm just going to 3D print a housing for it, so it'll all stick together nicely, and then I can get them back apart if I need to do something else with them. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Wow, these 3D printers are really handy. I've got one of these. Very useful for measuring things. Shh, don't say anything, I'm remembering the numbers. Shh.
Right, switch hole, servo hole. Oh, I know it's right there. Yeah, okay. Ooh, screw hole. Ooh, another screw hole. Alright, I can slide this sucker in here. I had to put it inside because there's a wire in the way. I can't just... it would have been nice, but whatever. And then the switch. Where's the switch? Oh, it's in my pocket. The switch will just go in there. And then I'll have to do something on top so it doesn't pop back out. But it might just fit snugly enough that it won't move. Anyway, let's go print one. I almost forgot. Add holes to reduce material usage. Save this in Mega Strider folder. Okay. Ooh, 23 minutes. Excellent.
Ah, great. The machine's all cold. It doesn't work so well when it's cold. And I turned my heated bed back into a soldering iron. The sun's out. Maybe I'll just go lay it out in the sun for a few minutes. Now I must wait. Maybe I'll go work on my video game. Turbo speed! Whoa, yeah.
Oh no, an evil robot! Turbo speed! Get this charger, run faster. Turbo speed! Let's make sure my robots are carried all the way. Oh, different blaster. Barely shut out the door. Definitely need some bullets for this. Oh, let's try this blaster. Oh, it hit me. Shoot my building too. Oh no. Camera's totally in the way of my fingers. That was better. See, I right around somewhere. See if there's anything in the trunk. Oops. Turbo speed! Yeah, still in the trunk. Get out here. Oh, this worked. Oh, very nice, very nice.
That's better. Well, while that's printing, I can work on my super top secret project. It's really cool, and I'd love to show it. But this is one of those things it's for a toy, and the trade-off here is I don't get to show it right away, but in a couple months, like, anyone can get one. So I think that's a pretty good trade-off. Ho-ho! I started printing out a second one, being super optimistic that this will just work perfectly. That fits in there pretty good. Switch. Oh, that's snug. That's okay though. If I actually get it in there, it'll be nice and tight and won't move. Ha-ha! Ho-ho! Ha-ha! Now, is this servo strong enough to push this switch? Hope so. Alright, I need a steel stick to go from that hole to one of these. Ah, what I wouldn't give for a paperclip right now. Well, I guess I wouldn't give a lot of things, but I could really use a paperclip right now. For anyone who doesn't know how these radio control systems work, generally you get a controller, right? And that has some stuff that moves around. And then you get a receiver, and everything plugs into that. So down here there's these little pins, and these plugs from the servos plug into them. And if you look on the end, this one has, it's hard to see, there's like a black circle and a red circle and then another one. And the black and the red match up with these wires, so you have to put the black and the red ones in the same place. And the black and the red also go with the positive and negative of the batteries. So if you look over here, on top it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so you can put 6 servos, but the 6 is 6/B, so you plug the batteries into this one. And I kind of jerry-rigged some plugs that don't really fit, but anyway, matched up the red with the, or the, you know, the positive with the positive, and then the negative with the negative, as it is stated on this end. And it doesn't actually say what voltage to use on this, but I've used 6 volts before, so I know that'll work. And that's what I'm using right now. I'd kind of like to use the 12 volts directly from the robot, because I'm using a 12 volt battery on that, but I don't know if it'll burn it out or what. Anyway, it's just a few AA batteries, so well, I'll just use that. Oh yeah, and the way these things work is pretty fancy. It's a digital proportional, which means if you turn this just a little bit, oh wait, helps if I, wait, yeah, it's on. If you turn this just a little bit, the thing moves a little bit. If you turn it more, like it stays with wherever you go. It's not just like on off, it's like, which is good for fine-tuned steering and stuff like that. In this case, it doesn't actually matter, because I just wanted to go all the way to turn the switch on or off. Alright, now I have to figure out which wires to hook where. Alright, if I was designing the switch, I would make these 2 contacts connect, and those 2 contacts connect, and when it goes the other way, those 2 would connect, and those 2 would connect. So I'm going to wire it that way, and hope it's right, and if not, I'll just have to figure it out. And I'm going to use alligator clips to connect to the motor and the batteries, so that I can take this whole thing off and use it to power other things. Not just this guy, you know, if I wanted to use it for other things. Ooh, good idea, Jaimie. Alright, let's see if this works. Oh, excellent. Nice. Sweet.
Where's my screwdriver?
Oh, I guess I should put an on-off switch on there too. Fine. Alright, I got kind of organized there. These go to batteries and motors. There's the receiver, away from the wires so it doesn't get interference. How do I attach this on there? Alright, let's see. I can hear a couple creaks. And actually see a piece in here that's starting to bend. Might have to reinforce it. But anyway, it's radio controlled. Seems fully operational, so that's good.